It's April. When you thought basketball season was over, think again. There's still a championship to be contested April 19th to 24th in Lubbock, Texas. This is the NJCAA D1 Women's Basketball Selection Show. I'm your host, Phil Constantino. Welcome to our NJCAA Network studios here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we got 24 teams that on this show in the next couple of minutes will learn their fate. 16 know they're going. They're automatic qualifiers, district champions. The other 8 are at-large selections. So there are a whole bunch of teams around the country awaiting their fate, waiting to find out if they will have a chance to compete for a national championship in Lubbock, Texas, April 19th to 24th. Let's take a check of the bracket. Let's not wait any longer. The games will be played at the Rip Griffin Center. All games will be streamed live on the NJCAA network in their entirety. Seeds number 1 through 8 earn a first-round bye into the second round. Seeds number 9 to 24 will have to play a first-round game April 19th or 20th. That's Monday and Tuesday for the right to advance to meet one of those top 8 seeds in the second round. The national championship game is on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Saturday, April 24th, again, down in Lubbock, Texas. Our number 1 overall seed in this tournament is Jones from Ellisville, Mississippi. 20-0 on the year, number 1 ranked in the final poll. The Gulf District champions throttled number 2 seed Coahoma 80-46 in the championship game. Not a whole lot of doubt that Jones would be the number 1 overall seed in this tournament. 5th straight region title for Jones. Here are the rest of the top 8 seeds that earned a first-round bye. Jones, number 1. Trinity Valley, the 2 seed. Chipola, the 3 seed. South Plains is the 4 seed. Northwest Florida State, the 5. The 6, South Georgia Tech. Shelton State, the 7 seed, and the 8th seed and final team to earn a first-round bye, Casper from Wyoming. Back to our bracket. Jones awaits the winner of the 16-17 game to be played April 19th, 10 a.m. Central Time. The number 16 seed, Western Nebraska, 15-5 on the year. The first of our 8 at-large selections to be revealed. Western Nebraska averages almost 84 points per game and is making its 5th straight appearance in the tournament and 17th overall, despite the loss to Casper in the district semis. Western Nebraska's best finish in this tournament back in 2003 finished as the national runner-up. And Western Nebraska will meet the number 17 seed, Iowa Western. 22-2 on the year in automatic qualifier, the North Central District champions. Downed Triton in a one-sided affair, 105-57 in the title game. Won it by nearly 50, and they put 6 in double figures that game. Last loss back on February 8th versus Moberly area, a team that finished top 15 in the country. Iowa Western is rolling, winners of 17 in a row. So the Western Nebraska, Iowa Western winner advances to meet Jones on April 20th in the second round. Our guest is Missy Bilderback. She's the head coach of the number 1 overall seed, Jones. Coach, congratulations. Thanks for joining us. The number 1 overall seed. You've been in this tournament now 5 straight years. You've never yet been the number 1 seed. So how does that feel?
I'm going to tell you, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. It's a great field and a lot of great teams in the tournament. So we're very honored and, excited about being able to actually make the trip to Lubbock this year. And, with COVID last year, the cancellation and all, but we are thrilled and honored and very appreciative of that honor.
I was hoping for some spontaneity. There had to be a moment you received a phone call and your reaction was what?
I kind of thought there was a chance, with us being, ranked in number one in the NJCAA poll the last few weeks, but I wasn't sure. I never know quite how the seeding's going to work, but very excited just for our group of players and our team, and they're very deserving and just a fun group to coach, a super competitive group, and just excited about them having the chance to come out to Lubbock and compete for a national championship.
You're 20-0. You're unbeaten. Do you ever discuss with your team the fact that you haven't lost yet this year?
Not really, to be honest. We just try to approach it, and I know it's kind of cliche, but we just take what's in front of us that day and try to be the best we can be each day. And we feel like if we'll do the little things and not get caught up in things that we don't have control over and those things, then we'll have an opportunity to be successful. But really don't focus on that a lot. We had obviously a big goal of winning the Region 23 tournament and just getting back to the national tournament. So that's really been mostly our focus. And then, we'll shift that focus a little bit this week and start preparing for an opportunity to come out and compete, at the highest level with the best teams in the country for a national championship.
You're hoping to be the first team since Trinity Valley in 2012 to win an unbeaten national championship. Why is Jones in 2021 the team that's going to do it?
Well, I'll say this. Obviously, there's a lot of great teams out there. And so, like I said, we're very honored to be selected as the 1 seed. But moving forward, that doesn't mean a whole lot. We're just going to take that first game, whoever that first opponent may be, and go from there. But I do believe in this team. I'm confident in them. They're a fun group to coach. They love to compete. And we've got a lot of talented kids. We've got a great team. It's not just 1 or 2 kids that are carrying us. Our whole team has been very consistent, and we'll defend. And I think you've got to be able to defend to win a championship at this level. And so I really like our team. They've been a fun group, and just excited to see what's ahead and what we're capable of.
In the district championship game, you held your opponent to 21% shooting. You talked about defense. You want to defend. What sets your defense apart?
I think our ball pressure and, just the focus and the intensity that our players play with. They like defending. They take a lot of pride in it. And, I'm hoping down the line that's going to be a separator for us at some point, that, we really talk to our kids about defending for 40 minutes and having to do that to win at a championship level. And so, our players love it. They love to play defense. They love to compete. And, they've really bought into that this season, and I think that's going to be important for us in the tournament.
What kind of kid is Deja Bradford? Conference Player of the Year in your district championship game, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Clearly talented on the court. Tell us a little bit about her.
Nunu is great. Nunu is great. Her nickname's Nunu, and yes,
what's that
Nunu
from?
I think that goes back to home, from when she was a kid. But she is great. She's a complete player, and just loves the game of basketball. She's a great teammate and just an all-around great person. And so she's a lot of fun to coach. She's going to show up every day, and it's really awesome when your best players are your best people and your best leaders. You've got something special, and that's something that Nunu brings to our team every day.
Lastly, Missy, we haven't touched yet about COVID. Obviously, last year's tournament, you were in the field. It didn't happen due to COVID. How have you handled the pressures of the COVID-19 era, coaching to manage that? But also, what have you told your team about now you have the opportunity to go play and to go compete for a championship where you are the tournament favorite?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. One thing we learned last year is you just don't take anything for granted, and we're just so thankful to have had an opportunity to play our season. I'm thankful to our players and the sacrifices they made to make it happen, our administration, and allowing us to play and allowing us to play as many games as we have, keeping us safe on campus, and I'm thankful to the NJCAA for finding a way to have these championships this year. So, we're really not going to take the opportunity lightly and I know like all teams in the field, we all just feel grateful to have a chance to get back to Lubbock. It was tough last year. It was heartbreaking. Loved the team that we had last year as well. And, so it was tough, but definitely something we're going to take advantage of and be thankful, that we just have the opportunity to play basketball and to go out and compete for a national championship this year.
We say thank you to Missy for joining us on the Selection Show. Jones, the #1 overall seed for the first time in program history, and awaiting the winner of Western Nebraska and Iowa Western. We continue in the top left quadrant and down the left side of our bracket. The #8 seed is Casper. Met the top 8 before. Casper, more on them in a moment, because they await the #9, 24 winner, the #9 seed. Three Rivers, Central District champions, 21-0 this season after defeating 14th-ranked Moberly area 78-76 in the district championship game. The Raiders from Poplar Bluff, Missouri, historically they're in a weaker region, but they're one of 2 teams that are unbeaten remaining in this field, and they're ranked number 10 in the country in the final poll of the season. Three Rivers, 21-0, the #9 seed in this tournament. And they will meet the #24 seed, Eastern Oklahoma State, the lowest seeded team of the 24 that will go to Lubbock, Texas, the South Central District champions. 3rd appearance for this program, but the first in 20 years. Eastern Oklahoma State has won 5 consecutive games entering this tournament. Will meet Three Rivers in the first round, April 19th, 12 p.m. Central Time. Winner gets Casper in the second round. Casper, 85.5 points per game. That is the #2 scoring offense in D1 women's basketball. Their lone loss of the season came in the district final to Otero. Casper from Wyoming, an at-large selection into this tournament field. 22-1 on the year. South Plains, the #4 seed, awaits the winner of the 13 versus 20 matchup. The #13 seed, Georgia Highlands, an at-large selection, a team that can force the issue defensively. #8 in the nation, more than 14 steals per game. Oh yeah, they like to play fast because they score 81 points per game at the offensive end too. Georgia Highlands is 20-3 on the year, an at-large selection after falling in the region title game. But number 13 in the country in the final poll of the season, and number 13 of the 24 teams in this tournament. The 20 seed, Southern Idaho, the Rocky Mountain champion, making its first national championships appearance since 2016. Dropped snow on its route to the championship game. Won that one by nearly 30. They are 19-5 this season. Southern Idaho versus Georgia Highlands for the right to meet South Plains in the second round. And South Plains won on a buzzer beater, 74-72, to win it in the championship game. That buzzer beater took down Weatherford. Southwest District champs have won 10 in a row, are 19-3 this season, ranked #5 in the final poll, and with the win in the district tournament up to #4 in this championship field. South Plains awaits the winner of Georgia Highlands and Southern Idaho. Rounding out the left side of our bracket, the #5 seed is Northwest Florida State. Awaiting the winner of the 12-21 first round matchup, the #12 seed is Butler, an at-large selection. Butler lost in its district semifinal to Barton by 4 points, but they were the #2 seed in their region and still in as an at-large as the #12 seed. Very tough district. 20-3 on the year. Butler is an at-large selection and meets the #21 seed, Otero, the Northwest Plains District champions, who edged Casper in overtime 94-89 to get here, behind a 28.14 rebound performance from Emma Flores Pascual in the title game. Second all-time tournament appearance for Otero. The Rattlers from Colorado making their first appearance in the national tournament since 2012. Winner of that game gets Northwest Florida State in the second round. Northwest Florida State, an explosive offense, #1 in the country in field goal percentage, 46.7% on the season. Lost in its district title game, but still an at-large selection into this tournament field. So, the left side of our bracket looks like this. Jones the 1, Casper the 8, South Plains the 4, Northwest Florida State the 5 are the 4 teams that have the first round byes. The 4 teams that await the winner of the first round matchups. We continue in a moment on the NJCAA D1 Women's Basketball Championship Selection Show. We'll reveal the rest of our bracket. We'll reveal the remaining at-large selections. But first, a quick timeout. Stay with us on the NJCAA Network.
Over 30 majors in 4 divisions.
Nursing, education, criminal justice,
exercise science.
This is one of the very few schools to honor leadership with scholarship.
Our students go out into the world with confidence.
I know who I am.
Pfeiffer has it all. The only thing that's missing is you.
That's the left side of the bracket. Jones, the number 1 overall seed. We continue to the right side of our 2021 NJCAA D1 Women's Basketball Championship. Trinity Valley, the number 2 overall seed. The Mid-South champions await the winner of the 15-18 first-round matchup. We promised more at-large selections. Here we are. Gulf Coast State. Just 12-9 on the season, but they come from a very tough region, so no surprise, in is the 15. They are the last champion back in 2019 before the 2020 tournament was canceled, led by then head coach Mary Rooney Scoville, who had a phenomenal career but has since retired. First-year head coach Kayla Petrie picked up where Scoville left off, Gulf Coast State back in the national tournament and playing for a championship. And Gulf Coast State will meet the number 18 seed, Miles, the North District champs from Miles City, Montana. Pounded Dawson, more than doubled them up in the championship game of that district. 85-41 the final score. Left no doubt. Miles making its program's 5th trip to the national tournament, 23-1 on the season. Gulf Coast State versus Miles in the first round. The winner gets through to face Trinity Valley in the second round. Trinity Valley, the Mid-South District champions, throttled Tyler in the district title game. You'll recall Trinity Valley last year was the number 1 overall seed in this tournament, 32-1 on the year before the tournament was canceled. Had high hopes. Well, the Cardinals just as good this year. 19-2 overall, 26th total appearance in the national tournament, the 14th straight for this powerhouse program. Trinity Valley is right back in it as one of the tournament favorites and has a first-round bye, awaiting the winner of Gulf Coast State and Miles. Shelton State, the number 7 seed, has a first-round bye and will face Wabash Valley. 20-3 on the year, the Midwest District champions disposed of Red Lake 94-84 in the district title game. They're top 10 in the nation in scoring, 83 points per game, and in the tournament, the Lady Warriors for the 5th consecutive time. Wabash Valley to meet the number 23 seed, Independence, champions of the Plains District. Their first tournament appearance since 1996. What a celebration it must have been after a victory over Barton 67-61 in the district championship game. The Pirates of Independence are 19-6 this season and winners of 5 in a row entering this tournament. Shelton State, the number 7 seed, has a first round bye. The South District champions, historically really good. This is their 6th tournament appearance in a row and their 14th total. But that history, that success, that's all since 2006. All 14 appearances since 2006. They've only missed the tournament twice since. Shelton State, always good in the last decade plus. And there once again with a first round bye awaiting the winner of Wabash Valley and Independence. Shelton State is into the second round. We still have 2 at-large selections to be revealed. We have 1 quadrant left of the bracket to be revealed. That's coming up on the other side of this break on the NJCAA Network.
As the second largest intercollegiate athletic association in the country, the NJCAA serves not only a pivotal role in college athletics, but in higher education. The NJCAA Foundation aims to move the association forward through resources, grant programs, and other special initiatives. Your gift to the NJCAA Foundation will make a difference and create opportunities.
We're back in the NJCAA Network studios. We still have 1 quadrant of the bracket left to reveal. We still have 2 at-large selections left to reveal in this field of 24 that'll earn the right to play for a national championship April 19th to 24th in Lubbock, Texas. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get to that last bit. Find out who's going, who still has championship hopes. Chipola is the number 3 seed. We know that. The number 14 seed? An at-large selection, Moberly area. Lost to 3 Rivers in the district title game, but 18-5 on the year. This powerhouse is in the tournament for the 16th time. Had a tournament drought in the early 2000s, but now Moberly area is back and in for the 3rd time in 4 years. And Moberly area will face the number 19 seed, Eastern Arizona, an automatic qualifier via the West District Championship. Number 1 in Division I 2-year women's basketball in rebound margin, plus 21.3 rebounds per game. That might be a little bit misleading. Eastern Arizona, due to COVID restrictions in the area and teams not competing, have played a very limited schedule. Only 5 different opponents that they have played on repeat this season. Eastern Arizona is 16-2 overall. The Gila Monsters will have to go through a little bit of a wider variety of opponent, probably a higher caliber opponent if they are to win a national championship. Eastern Arizona, though, has won 5 straight games, a bit of momentum coming into this tournament as the West District champions. So Chipola is the top seed in that area, in that quadrant, or triad, I should say. And Chipola, the number 3 seed, the South Atlantic District champions. 3 of their 4 losses this year came to Northwest Florida State, a tournament team. They come from a tough region. 9th appearance for Chipola in this tournament, first since 2017. A good team that beat Gulf Coast State on its way into this tournament. So the South Atlantic champions have the first round bye, and they await the winner of Moberly area and Eastern Arizona. To our final triad, South Georgia Tech has the first round bye, the number 11 seed. Our last at-large selection to be revealed, Tyler out of Texas. 3rd consecutive appearance in the national tournament for a Tyler team that can get up and down, score almost 84 points per game, and shoot almost 45% from the field. Lost to Trinity Valley, the number 2 seed in this tournament, lost to Trinity Valley in the district title game. That ended a 10-game winning streak for Tyler, who is 20-4 this season, and ranked number 11 in the final poll entering the final week of the season. They're number 11 in this field of 24. The number 22 seed that Tyler will play in the first round, Walters State. Appalachian District champions from Morristown, Tennessee, trounced Southwest Tennessee by 29 en route to this championship and en route to this tournament. 17th trip to the national tournament for Walters State in its program history. And the winner of that first round game gets South Georgia Tech in AQ, the champs of the Southeast District. 5th straight appearance, 7th in the last 8 years for South Georgia Tech, one of our 8 teams to earn a first round bye. The champions of the Southeast are 22-3 on the season. That is your final triad. That is your final quadrant. That is the right side of the bracket. That is the field of 24. Jones, the number 1 overall seed. Eastern Oklahoma State, the number 24 seed. And everything in between, those top 8 get a first round bye. All of these games from the Rip Griffin Center in Lubbock, Texas, will be streamed live on the NJCAA network. NJCAA.org/network. Every minute of every game you can watch there for the 2021 NJCAA D1 Women's Basketball Championship. That does it for our selection show coverage. We say congratulations to the 24 teams participating, the 16 district champs, the 8 at-large selections who awaited their fate and got the answer they'd hoped for. We say good luck. Thank you for joining us from the NJCAA Network Studios. I'm Phil Constantino. Have a good night.